Hi everyone, welcome to Life Tips by Ning. Today is a video of case studies to analyze young fire born in the winter season. So let's take a look at the first example. This is a young fire position number 3 called Bing in Chinese, born in November. So the November earthly branch is a Yin Water type called Hai. So the annual pillar is a Yang Water and Yang Earth. The monthly pillar is a Yin Meadow and Yin Water. The daily pillar is a Yang Fire and Yang Earth. And the hourly pillar is a Yang Earth and Yang Water. As I shared in the prior video to share the analysis process, we're really looking for a strong and useful Yang wood. That would be our ideal favorable element. If I don't have wood, then I'm gonna look for fire because wood and fire are in my friend camp. They're gonna make myself strong. Unfortunately, in this case, wood and fire are nowhere to be found because the bottom row is dominantly water and earth type of element. And the top row, you have water, metal, and earth. Sure, you can say for this particular Xu, the dry earth type, it has a weak fire buried in there, but it's not useful enough because the primary energy is still an earth type of element. So overall, my daily master doesn't have a lot of friends to support myself. I'm really weak. And then that's kind of a one signal of a not ideal Bazi chart because you cannot find the favorable element showing up. Then you're very reliant on this annual or 10-year trend to introduce that desired element. And on top of it, what kind of is like a thing in out of balance? That's what we call the disease. In this case, because position number 6 is the most influential factor in the Bazi and it's a water type, and then you have 1, 2, 3, so it's connected with the top row, and it also has a friend supporting itself. So I would say this Bazi's disease is too much water. So by default, you kind of have to use earth to, because earth suppresses water to keep this water under control. So it's kind of, you have to rely on this earth, especially the dry earth type, to help fire fight this water. So it's kind of this triangle relationship of fire grows earth, so that earth can suppress water, so that water doesn't suppress fire. It's still not the ideal Bazi because my fire is not strong enough, so I'm not strong to give off this energy to grow earth, and earth is actually reducing my energy, whereas in reality I actually need helpers to make myself stronger. So this is a kind of a case showing you when a Bazi chart doesn't have this favorable element showing up, it's not the ideal starting point. Then you really need to watch out for those external environment to introduce the craved element. Moving on to the second case study, this is a young fire born in December. December is this young water type of earthly branch called Zi. So the yearly pillar is Yin Meadow and Yin Water. The monthly pillar is Yang Meadow and Yang Water. The daily pillar is Yang Fire and Yang Wood. And the hourly pillar is Yang Meadow and Yang Wood. It's the same logic of a fairly cold and damp environment. So we're first looking for friends. Fortunately, this example, you have two strong wood root because wood grows fire, right? Supporting myself. So my starting point is very good compared to this example number 1. And then let's look at the other players. I would say because position number 6 is water, the problem here is you have a gangster of metals on the top row, and metal grows fire. Metal grows water. So the disease of this example is too much metal and water, and wood is not strong enough to support fire. It's kind of that strength of the friendship camp versus the enemy camp is out of balance. It's still too much of this metal and water collaborating together to reduce the fire's energy. It's like seesaw relationship. So this example's favorable element would be more wood and fire, so that it can keep this tilted seesaw in balance, and it'll make this person's life, like when they experience more wood and fire type of annual or 10-year trend, that's more the favorable timing to probably make important decisions in their life. But overall speaking, this is a better Basel chart than this one, because in the original chart, it does have the favorable element it wants. I wish it's a little more stronger to combat the other camp. But having something is better than nothing. The last example is a young fire born in January. So the annual pillar is Yin Wood and Yin Metal. The monthly pillar is Yin Earth and Yin Earth. The daily pillar is a Yang Fire and Yang Wood, and the hourly pillar is a Yin Earth and Yin Earth. So same logic. I have two wood sitting here, and no other fire to be found. So, is this strong enough of a supporter? Having something is better than nothing, but again, because of the position, especially this wood is sitting right above a metal, which is an enemy, and this wood is sitting in between two earths. So I would say the wood is good, but it's not strong enough. It's not in the right dosage. And what are the other players? The number one problem for this Basel chart is way too many earths. Look at it. So it's still kind of this unbalanced state, because earth and metal are both elements reducing the strength of fire, whereas wood is growing the strength of fire. But because of the strength are out of whack, you still need more wood and fire. That would be the favorable element for this example. The blessing for this chart is the Yin Earth type. Yin Earth is way better than Yang Earth, because Yang Earth is even worse to be dealt with, because wood, it takes more wood's energy to suppress Yang Earth versus Yin Earth. So it's a fair, even though the quantity is a lot, but the severity is not as bad as a bunch of Yang Earth showing up. So the moment my annual or 10-year trend introduce more helpers of this medicine wood, it can actually keep my Basel fairly in a balanced state. So overall, I would say this and this are the better Basel condition compared to the first example, because they do have the favorable element introduced. They just need a little help to make the dosage strong enough to treat the unbalanced disease. So that's how we analyze Basel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.